Welcome to Hoax Hunter. I'm John Houston. In this episode, we'll be discussing the John Titor hoax. John Titor claimed he was a time traveler from the year 2036. He also claimed time travel was invented in 2034. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that time travel will not be invented in 25 years. Yet this story continues to draw in science fiction fans. I emailed Dr. Michio Kaku, a leading theoretical quantum physicist and co-founder of string theory. I asked him the following question concerning John Titor. He claims his time machine works by using too many black holes. Could you tell me the chances of him being for real? I received a reply from Dr. Michio Kaku concerning John Titor. This is what he said. I think the person you mentioned is a fake. Many black holes do not have the power to bend time. Let's take a look at some predictions made by John Titor. Number 1. Soon, CERN will bring their big machine online and they will be smashing very fast and high energy particles together. One of the more odd and potentially dangerous items produced from this increase in energy will be microsingularities. False. This never happened. But maybe John Titor was talking about sometime farther in the future. The physics breakthrough will happen at CERN in about a year or so. John Titor said this in the year 2000. This never happened. Neither CERN nor the Large Hadron Collider have ever created a micro-black hole, or as John Titor liked to call them, a microsingularity. Number 2. The source of power for the C204 that allows it to distort and manipulate gravity comes from two microsingularities that were created. False. Microsingularities, or micro-black holes, do not have the power to bend time, as I just mentioned from a quote by Dr. Michio Kaku, let alone be the source of a time machine. Number 3. The mad cow story here is yet to begin. False. The mad cow story was talked about many times before John Titor talked about it. And here's an article from CNN dated April 25th, 1997. Number 4. Y2K is a disaster. Many people die on the highways when they freeze to death trying to get to warmer weather. This never happened. Not even close. Number 5. The government tries to keep power by instituting martial law, but all of it collapses when their efforts to bring the power back up fail. The martial law rumor has been around for a long time. This prediction kind of makes John Titor look like one of those radical fanatics. Number 6. A power facility in Denver is able to restart itself, but is mobbed by hundreds of thousands of people and destroyed. Nope. Number 7. Russia is covered in nuclear snow from their collapsed reactors. Never happened. Number 8. The Civil War in the United States will start in 2004. Number 9. I would describe it as having a Waco-type event every month that steadily gets worse. Never happened. Number 10. As a result of the many conflicts, no. There were no official Olympics after 2004. There were Olympics, and Michael Phelps won a lot of medals. John Titor managed to get all 10 of these predictions dead wrong. If Dr. Michio Kaku's statements and John Titor's many failed predictions have not convinced you that John Titor is not a time traveler, I'm not sure if anything would convince you. After listening to Reason, Dr. Michio Kaku, and these many failed predictions, the question isn't, was John Titor a time traveler? The question is, who is John Titor? My first report on John Titor was released on September 25th, 2004, in which I proved that John Titor's unique terminology did exist before he posted. The unique terms were superuniverse, local gravity, and gravity lock. My second report on John Titor was released on February 13th, 2009, in which I proved that few people that replied to John Titor continued to post on the internet, and even fewer continued to post talking about John Titor. I suspected those few, namely the anomalies.net people, but they are not John Titor. Due to these circumstances, I decided to find the true identity behind John Titor. After lengthy internet searches, I believe I found the proof I was looking for. I have yet to reveal this information to anyone. Until now. What you're about to see is what I believe to be the best black and white evidence concerning John Titor's true identity. The evidence is a URL. I can't show you the exact screenshot of the evidence due to a privacy clause. I will add this URL in my description. What you have just seen is the proof. The names on that piece of evidence are clear. There is no privacy clause in the URL itself. You can click it, view it, bookmark it, but I recommend you save it because it may change or disappear at any time. These white and yellow pages type sites, they gather information very slowly, and they are often outdated compared to the yearly renewed physical versions. I suspect the owner of this particular P.O. box probably told the P.O. box manager in confidence that he wanted his P.O. box to be designated with a professional company designation, and the company that he designated this P.O. box with was John Titor. Not the John Titor Foundation, but John Titor. The zip code associated with this P.O. box has already been connected with John Titor in the past. If you want to know what connection that is, I recommend you visit anomalies.net or timetravelinstitute.com and read the posts by the John Titor experts, namely Darby and others. The name associated with that P.O. box has already been connected with John Titor in the past. On May 19, 2008, an Unsolved Mysteries type show called Voyager aired an episode in Italy all about John Titor. That show hired private investigator Mike Lynch in an attempt to find the true identity behind John Titor. Mike Lynch said he believes John Titor is probably John Rick Haber, computer expert and brother of Larry Haber. But he said he does not have enough evidence to prove this. John Rick Haber flew in to Florida just to be on that TV show. Larry Haber is the official lawyer for John Titor. He claims he is the lawyer for John Titor's family. He is the only known person to hold the John Titor copyrights. Private investigator Mike Lynch was unable to prove that John Titor or his mythical family ever existed. Only the word of Larry Haber alone, who was unable to confirm this with a single photo or document. To date, John Rick Haber has never had any official connection with the John Titor Foundation, except for being the brother of Larry Haber and wanting to be on the John Titor television program. Is my evidence enough to connect the dots in the John Titor case? Does my evidence prove the identity behind John Titor? All I ask is that you judge for yourself. This has been John Houston with Hoax Hunter. Be seeing you.